Okay, I'll go on with a few more. I've got a few more minutes, I think, for you, with you, Emma. Do NTS have a date for making the guidance obligatory, or is it intended to keep it voluntary and let the market evolve naturally?
I love the word where they say voluntary or mandatory. The fact is, this is not a new piece of guidance. This is not a new concept. I mean, this has been in place since 2008 when the guidelines came in, the legislation came in, and it says quite clearly that you cannot omit material information. And it goes further to say it's not only about omitting the information, so therefore not providing it in the first place. It then goes on to do other things. It says you can't omit it, you can't hide information either. So a lot of agents say, well, it was in there. But if they've hidden it amongst all the other bits and bobs, there is potentially an offence that they've hidden that information. The other thing is you cannot provide the information in an ambiguous manner. It has to be clear. It has to be very, very upfront, easy to understand. And also, it has to be provided in a timely manner. And bearing in mind, the transactional decision can be impacted by a person before entering into a contract, during your contract negotiations, and even after concluding that contract. If a consumer finds out information and they say, had I known about that, I would never have viewed it. I would never have actually put in an offer. I would never have bought the property. There is potentially an offence. So it's not necessarily as saying it has to be followed because you should be doing it anyway. What we're trying to do with our guidance is to make your job much easier as an agent. That is it. You asked for clarity. You asked for consistency. We have answered that call and we've provided the guidance.
Okay, they're still coming in, so I'm going to pick 3 or 4 more. Sorry
Okay.
to anybody who doesn't get their question answered, but do trading standards have any intention to introduce an obligation on the seller to provide searches up front?
What our guidance has said is if a seller or indeed the agent themselves have concerns about any aspect of their property. So, for example, say an agent goes round and notices a crack in the wall, for example. They can advise their client to say you might want to get that checked out.
I
A
think they're
surveyor along the line.
referring to a local search, Emma.
Oh, right, okay. We're not advocating that. No. I mean, if they wanted to do that, they can, because as I say, there's nothing to stop them. But we weren't advocating that sort of local search. No.
Okay, and no plans to do that?
As I say, at the moment, no. But if they want to do that, they can, because as I say, there's other pieces of work going on, and Kate can pick that up, or Beth even, on the home buying selling group front, about their upfront information work. And again, you may have property logbooks, etc., etc. So it may be something that is part of another stream of work. But again, they're all complementary to each other.
Okay. This is probably more for me. Why is there no current conveyancer or estate agent on the panel? Well, I chose the panel, so apologies for that. Although Beth's got conveyancing experience, as have I, and I know Nathan's got estate
I was going to say, Rob, although I haven't been at the coalface for several years, I do work with Conveyancing Association members, and our executive board are coalface conveyancers. So I do get to hear exactly what is going on in the community.
And again, likewise for me, with our online forum, there's questions every day.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I know more about conveyancing now than I did when I was actually doing conveyancing. But there are plenty of conveyancers and estate agents, I think, listening in. So please send your questions in, and like I say, we'll try and deal with them.